cancer is such a long process, or I would say such a traumatic process, not only for the patient but also for the family, for the near and dear, and all involved.
None of us had ever encountered cancer as closely as we did while shooting the film. So it took us a tremendous amount of research. It took us to the field, it took us everywhere to figure out exactly what the cancer is and the treatment it entails and the financial crisis that people go through.
Besides the treatment, all the after effects, the funding, and the effect of all this on everyone, it's really a time for stress.
खुश मेरा बेटा, परितम है मेरा खुश, मेरे खुश की जिंदगी जरूर बढ़नी चाहिए बेटा, मेरे खुश की जिंदगी.
Therefore, when one can actually say that yes, you are now cancer free, indeed it's time for celebration.
Usually when we work with big corporate houses for ads or even for corporate films or other films, we generally work with larger team, but for this film we wanted a smaller team, compact equipment. We wanted people who could be just part of the patient's journey. We wanted to be an people team who can mingle along, because we were shooting in hospitals with children, we were shooting with people who are patients who are in the mid stage or different stages of treatment. So we wanted to be as much as part of them rather than they being part of us. So we use smaller equipments, like we use 5D Mark III for most of the shoot, because people generally, when we have big cameras, when we go for big shoots, people generally get intimidated by this and larger gadgets. But we wanted it this time, we wanted to be as small as possible, as compact as possible, at the same time be a part of the patients who are undergoing this journey. So when we wanted to showcase a larger expanse of areas, like rural areas where they come from, we use drones. We shot in 4K especially for drones, and we use Osmo, and in 4K we use that, so that like we could in a sense like empathize with them, and we could go through their journey and see like how much as close as we can be to them.
जब मेरे कीमो हुई थी तो बहुत ज़्यादा मुझे ऐसा लग रहा था कि पता नहीं मैं बचूंगी नहीं बचूंगी.
The biggest challenge that we face was when people would just break down in front of the camera while giving their interviews. You know, as a director, you just sit there, you don't know, because technically you can't cross the camera and tell them that everything is just going to be fine. That barrier of crossing the camera and reaching out to them and telling them and not getting to do it, even if it is that close to you, it's just a few steps away, is what is really hurtful.
काफ़ी इंटरव्यू करते समय हम लोगों को सेट से बाहर हटा दिया जाता था, क्योंकि पेशेंट लोग काफ़ी खुल नहीं पाते हैं, काफ़ी लोग रहने के बाद वो खुल नहीं पाते हैं. इसकी वजह से हम लोगों को सेट से बाहर हटा दिया जाता था. उस समय तो हम लोगों को ये समझ में नहीं आता था हमें सेट से बाहर क्यों नहीं हटाया जा रहा है, लेकिन बाद में जब फिल्म बनी तब समझ में आया वो बाकी लोगों के सामने वो पूरा पेशेंट खुल नहीं पाते हैं, वो पूरी बात बता नहीं पाते हैं हम लोगों को.
लवलीन के घर पे जब हम गए थे, उसकी मम्मी थी और उसके बड़े पापा थे, बड़ी मम्मी थी. जब उनका इंटरव्यू किया, उनके आंख से आंसू निकले, तो बहुत ही दर्दनाक था वो सीन.
As much as the emotional journey, it has also been a physical journey for us. Traveling from one place to another, we went from one state to another. We were in Dehradun, then we were also in Haryana. Then we travel almost in the middle of the night, sometimes traveling at 3 o'clock in the morning, then going and reaching and coming back. It's also been lots of physical journey for us.
shooting with babies is not easy. In fact, it is so difficult that even after making so many films in our lives, the entire team effort was not enough. So we had to actually get in a baby who was as young as the youngest patient, a 4-year-old, to manage that 4-year-old to open up to us. They had become very rigid in their life because the amount of injections they've taken because of the treatment, the number of visits they've made, the life of seclusion that they lived, because for that 1 year when they were taking the treatment, because their immunity went down because of radiation, for them to open up to adults like us was really difficult.
Hi, I'm the youngest member of the team. My job was to make Chris laugh.
As a client, I think Max India Foundation is very understanding of the creative needs of the film, and also they give you leeway in terms of creative to do what you want to do, and at the same time portray and get the message out that there's certain things need to be supported, certain things needs to be done. I think that's the good thing about working with our client.
I'm happy to be making this film again with Kauveri and Mike of Mike Talk. We have done a few things earlier, and as a matter of fact, I should say that we really become quite connected because they get very connected with our cause. They become a part of it, and then we move on together. So I'm really happy to be doing this with them and further forging relationships, which is what life is all about.